Okay, this is the Fizeau Interferometer, the type that you would make if you got a Ceravolo reference lens. So right here is a Ceravolo reference lens. This surface here is the perfect surface. Mine is a 19th wave sphere, and it is just reflective, the same as glass. There's no coatings on it. This surface here is just a surface. It's not perfect by any means. It's probably not bad, but it's not the surface that we're creating an interference with. It has an anti-reflective coating on it so that it doesn't reflect as much stuff as this one would do. So this surface reflects 4% of the light, and of course your uncoated mirror reflects 4% of the light, and so they'll be approximately the same intensity. So here's your laser. Comes through a targeting screen with a hole, goes into a grin lens, G-R-I-N, gradient index of refraction, which spreads into a light cone. So this entire area here is illuminated by a laser field, and it goes through the beam splitter, which allows it to go through, and it goes through the reference lens. This is really a non-issue here, but this surface here will reflect light right back to the grin, but since there's a beam splitter here, it will reflect it right back to here. Now, the light that passes through it will hit the mirror, and it's also a 4% reflective surface, so it will come back through the system. Now, and then when it hits the beam splitter, come back into here also. Now, what happens is, right here, a spherical sheet of light is reflecting back, and after it has hit the mirror, a reflecting sheet of light is coming back. Now, if this mirror were perfectly spherical, then you could do your tilting so that this reflection and the light coming from that will set up an interference pattern as they travel together from here to here. And if that's a perfect sphere and their tilt is just right, you'll have straight lines on your interference pattern. Since we're dealing with paraboloids, you will get the typical wavy lines that you would get if you were using the bath interferometer. Now, the bath is good for maybe up to about f5, and then beyond that, I think it's got issues with the beam. But there are others that are really good at bath that would probably argue that. This thing here, this is an f3.2 optic, which means that at the radius of curvature, you've got 1 inch versus 3.2 inches. So that would actually get you down to an f1.6 primary mirror. f1.8 or 1.9 is probably pushing it. So A, it's on axis, so that makes it a little bit better than a bath. B, you can go down to about f1.8, which is better than a bath. And there are some other issues that I like about this. Now, you got to have this spatial filter here because you'll get multiple images across here and you only want the one set. So you got to get a pinhole that's about the same size as a grin lens, which is about 1/8 of an inch. And then back here you got your camera that you're going to shoot. Use a lens. Don't just let it image onto the onto the CCD. Actually focus it so you get good edge imagery off the side of the mirror. You'll get a good interference pattern if you don't use a lens, but you'll confuse open fringe if you don't have it focused and know exactly where that edge of that mirror is. See, what else can I say about this? Now give me a shout if you have any questions about this. Peter Ceravolo in Quebec, Canada is the master of all this, and that's where I got my reference lens here. I got his personal reference lens. It was really nice of him to sell that to me. So there you go. This is the Fizeau Interferometer, a la Peter Ceravolo.